first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about what we at Kōkua Mau are doing. I think sometimes what I find is people know about some of the things that are happening, but not other things. So don't worry, I'm not talking about all the things that are happening, but I did want to give an update on some of the things that are going on. So Hope and I are going to talk a little bit about that. And so when people ask me, what are the most important things that Kōkua Mau does? What are your top activities? I usually have three things I say. We do advanced care planning. So we want good advanced care planning early upstream, especially with people who may not know about advanced care planning, sort of underserved in a variety of different ways. They've never heard of it. They were unclear about it, what it is. That's one thing. Second thing is post. Post is super important to all of us. In Hawaii, we see that it's a crucial document for getting people the care that's appropriate and, of course, avoiding unwanted, unnecessary treatments. And then the final thing is palliative care. How do we help people be aware of palliative care? The opportunity that it presents. We are going to, as a first thing, Hope, who I think most of you know is our advanced care planning coordinator. She is out a lot in the community, and she put together a slideshow with some of the activities that she's doing. So I'm going to pitch this over to Hope.
Tag, you're it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we put together some slides to just kind of highlight what we've been doing over the last year and a little bit since then. Friendly reminder, if you haven't gone and seen Dr. Fishberg's video, he does an excellent job talking about all the changes between the old post and the new post. So feel free. I also want to shout out to Marcus because he handles our YouTube channel, and all of the things that we have recorded are up there and are available to look at. If you've missed a meeting, feel free to take a look at what you've missed. This is our Talanoa series. We've partnered with Hawaiiʻi, which is Hawaii Alliance of Pacific Islanders, and they asked us to bring advanced care planning to the Pacific Islander communities. So this was our first event, and we did the Go Wish cards with people, and they loved it. We found that the Go Wish cards for people who English is their language work fabulously because they translate really well. So we had some interpreters there. We had a bunch of people, and Hoppy even paid the people who came and fed them. So we've been doing series with them throughout the year, trying to encourage and getting this out there. If any of you have connections with Pacific Islander communities, we'd love to get you in the mix so that we can reach more of these various communities. We have the interpreters available that they will hire and bring on for these sessions as well. We did have a fundraiser from Aloha Green Apothecary, and they brought us in. They put a till on the side of their cash register, and they were able to raise funds for us. Rather than being members, they said they're going to do this on a regular basis for us, and so that's how they're supporting Kōkua Mau. Papakolea had a health fair where some of our ambassadors, you see Julie and Leilani, they are there. Helping to staff the table to give information to Papakolea's community. From that, it led to another session up in Papakolea where we are actually doing advanced care planning sessions with the kupuna up there. We have been working with community health workers. We have partnered with KCC and they have brought our training into their curriculum to train their health workers. And so we've been doing work with them, and we really see community health workers as a bridge for the community. Once they're in there and people trust them, then they can be that facilitator to help people get the kind of care that they need. Just so you know, if you're not familiar with the website, we do have news and updates and announcements on our website that we try to keep them up to date. If you do have anything that you'd like to share, send us an email. We can make sure that we get that on the newsletter as well as on the website. Two people to shout out for. One is Rachel Porter. She put together this. On the far left, you see the funeral, cremation, and burial costs. We've got great feedback from social workers saying that this is the one thing that they really to share with their patients and their families because it really helps them. It's a smooth process, a smoother process with trying to figure out who they want to engage for their burial process. So thank you, Rachel, for doing your hard work and calling all those people and making sure that they were able to get involved and give us their prices. We also have the Bereavement Network of Hawaii. Their list sits on our website, and I'm sure there are a few of them out there, but I know Alan's on the call. Not too sure who else might be. We update that as well, and we support them with their monthly newsletter. If you're not getting our newsletter, please go and sign up. We want to make sure that we get information out to you as well. We did some radio shows with the Body Show with Dr. Kathleen Kozak, and then we did some opportunities to support veterans with our webinars. So we want to make sure that you know that those are available if you want to look at that. The Veterans Benefits and Entitlements was a really good one because it gave resources for veterans that may not be aware that those are available for them. We, of course, are doing advanced care planning, and we've been hitting the seniors wherever they have us coming. And we've also been doing things with caregivers. If you haven't seen our discussion here, this is one of Dr. Fishberg's patients, and she was fabulous. She wants to rename palliative care, but it's a cute, brief 3-minute video that we are kind of proud of, and we encourage folks to take a look at that. We were invited to talk to the Funeral Directors Association, and this was a great opportunity to help them bring added value because they're already selling plans and plots. Including advanced care planning is just one more thing that they can include when they are talking to people who are planning for their funerals. Shout out to our Alice, our ambassador Alice. She joined us when we went out to the Catholics and we did a collaboration with them. We are starting that up again for this year. So we're looking at, not this year, sorry, next year, 2024. We are looking at sites and various things. We're working with Father Mark Gantley and Eva Andrade, and they're going to be doing the heavy lift, and I just get to come in and talk about the fun stuff of communication on advanced care planning. Again, some of the things, if you haven't seen some of our Kokua Mauʻs meetings, these are 2 of the most viewed ones, prognostication and then psychedelic medicine. So if you haven't seen those, they're very interesting. And we did Get Your House in Order with Yunji Denise, and Joy Adao on the upper right corner. She's one of our board members. She shared her story as well. Again, with the Talanoa session, we were doing these at KPT, and so we were getting people who live there, but we're trying to reach out to the Pacific Islander churches because we want to get in at that angle as well. We all know that faith communities are great opportunities to meet people where they're at, and so we want to get in to the churches. If you have any ideas, feel free to send me an email. Holly Blue Hawkins was here not too long ago, so if you didn't have a chance to hear her speak, it was very interesting to learn Jewish culture, the way that they handle things at the end of life, their customs, also great watching. And some more Talanoa people. We had advanced care planning with Lanakila Meals on Wheels, and they have such a great program. If you're not familiar with them, they do meal sites at different places. So this was their IAEA meal site, and they were a blast. When I got there, they were singing karaoke and Sweet Caroline, and you see them all going bum, bum, bum. It was great. It's great to be out in the community again, seeing people in person. Went to Kona, got to visit with them. We are finding that people are more comfortable now with advanced care planning conversations, and so they're not so shy as they were pre-pandemic. In fact, we're getting people who are actually asking for it because of the pandemic. So these are fun things that we got to do. Nurses Oncology, the Oncology Nursing Society, there's Pat, and Dr. Fishberg, he was able to join us as well. Maui, our newest members, well, one of our newer members, Hale Makua, had us come over for training in Maui, and we got to do all their stuff. Looking for a second round. Again, more pictures with Talanoa and how Go With Cards were very effective working with them. And we got to work with St. Francis. Props out, shout out to St. Francis. We had 14 people get their documents notarized at the training. So we made sure that St. Francis is covered. Your turn to check if your organization is. And if it's not, we're happy to come out, do some advanced care planning presentations, and offer free notary services as well. Just some more pictures of the places that we've been and the people that we've talked to. Special shout out to our Susie Lee. I think she's on vacation, or she's going to be on vacation soon. Really appreciate all of our ambassadors. We rely on them very much. Michelle, I see your face right now. Michelle is also one of our ambassadors. I can't see everyone because I'm sharing my screen, but if you're online, we do appreciate you very much. all the work that we're doing out in the community. We appreciate the support. And we got to go to DC, and Jeanette was asked to speak in DC about a project that she's doing. Maybe if you want to talk about that.
Sure. Anyway, thanks, Hope. I love seeing all these slides, and it shows how much work is going on. I was actually asked to speak because we are one of 4 states that was invited by CTAC and the American Heart Association to work together to come up with referral guidelines for palliative care for people with heart disease. So the partners in Hawaii are Hawaii Pacific Health, including the outpatient palliative care clinic on Kauai, HMSA, and then us as Kōkua Mauʻs. So we loved it that our role as community organization was recognized. And so I have no idea what's to, but anyway, I got to talk about some of the work that we were doing and also what, around our work on palliative care awareness. So hopefully next year, those guidelines are going to be ready to be shared as part of this national program. And then there's the next phase of it. So